In the last video we saw what is the square. Now in this video we will see what is the square root. So as the name suggests, roots are opposites of the powers. The opposite action of finding the square gives us the square root. Finding the square means what? A number is getting multiplied with itself, and finding the square root means what? Finding such a number or such a factor which is multiplied by itself to get the given number. For example, when I say 9 square is equal to 81, so root means when I say root and nothing with it, it means it is square root. If no number is written in this root sign, it means it is square root. That 2 is understood, no need to write it. So square root of 81 is equal to 9. It means 9 is such a number which is multiplied with itself to give 81. When I say square root of 16 is equal to 4, it means 4 is such a number which will multiply by itself to give 16. So finding the square root means breaking the number into two such factors which are identical. Like 16 is broken as 4 into 4. And both the factors are identical. This is the process of finding the square root. So there are two ways. Actually there may be many other ways also, but for us now we are going to study two major ways to find the square root. The first way is breaking this into the prime factors. Why do I say prime factors? Because prime factors are unique. Whenever you break into prime factors, you will get a unique set of numbers. Whenever, whoever finds the prime factors, the numbers, the set of numbers will be unique. There will be nobody able to find any other way or any other set of numbers which will be prime factors for that particular number. For example, if I try to find the prime factors of 16, I will get 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. There is no other way. There is no other set of prime factors for this particular number. Okay, so prime factors are unique for any particular number. That's why we always use prime factors. Composite factors may be different, but prime factors are unique. Okay, like compounds may be any different compounds in chemistry, but the particular element, the basic element and the atomic structure remains unique for a particular element. Like that, prime factors remains unique. But if you try to find composite factors, they may be different. It can be 8 2s are also, it can be 4 4s are also. It can be represented in any way when we come to composite factors. But when we say prime factors, they are unique, 2 into 2 into 2 into 2. Okay, that's why we always break it into prime factors. Now what we will do is, the process is very simple. I'll explain with 16 only. 2 8s are, 2 4s are, 2 2s are and 2 1s are. Now what our target is, we have to break it into two groups. So 16 has to be broken into two groups, and both the groups should have identical number. Now when both the things will have identical numbers, consider a balance. You know balance, and in both the pans we'll keep equal weights. Like if I am giving 1 2 here, the other 2 will go in this pan. If I am giving this 2 here, the other 2 will go in that pan. That means what we do? We actually make groups of 2. One of the members we send to one side and the other member is given to the other side. Forget the other side, we just want one side. Means we just want one side, and we will automatically get to know that second side is equal to the one side. That means we make the groups of two numbers and we select only one out of that. That one number will be the representative, because that one number is coming in this pan. The other number is being sent to the other team. Forget that team, I want only one team, and this is the another group. So this will give 2 and my job is done. So 2 into 2, that gives me 4, and this 2 into 2 will also give me 4 only. So my job is done, and I found the square root of 16, that is 4. Let's take one more example. Say 1764. So let's find its square root. 2 8s are 16, 1 remains, and it again makes 16 only. So 2 8s are 16 and 2 2s are 4. 2 4s are 8, 2 4s are 8 and 2 1s are 2. Now this number is not divisible by 2, but we should know the divisibility of next prime number, that is 3. What is the divisibility of next prime number? 3. That sum of digits should be divisible by 3. So add the digits. 4 plus 4 8 plus 1 9. Yes, it is divisible by 3. So 3 1s are 3, 1 is the remainder, 3 4s are 12 and 2 is the remainder, 21, 3 7s are 21. Again it is divisible by 3. 3 4s are 12, 2 is the remainder, 3 9s are 27. Now it is not divisible by 3, it is not divisible by 5 also, but it's divisible by 7. So 7 7s are 49 and 7 1s are 7. Now here also we'll go with the same technique. We'll make the groups of two numbers together. One is the group of 2, another one is the group of 3, and third one is the group of 7. So here one representative out of these two will be 2, the another representative will be 3, and the third representative will be 7. So I'll write it as square root of 1764 is equal to 2 into 3 into 7, which gives me 42. That's how I got my answer. So this is the way of finding the square root. Now it's very natural that somebody may feel that what would happen if the number is not forming a pair. If the number is not forming a pair. For example, if the number given would have been 882. If the number given is 882. So what will happen? The factors will go like this. 7 7s are and 7 1s are. So 7 forms a pair, 3 forms a pair. But what about this 2? This 2 is remaining. So when we try to find the square root of 882, we can write it as 2 into 3 into 3 into 7 into 7. Now 3 forms a pair, 7 forms a pair, they both will come out. That means 3 and 7 came out of the square root sign. But this 2 will remain inside. So 21 root 2. This will be the solution for the square root of 882. This will be the answer of this. It can be solved further. I'll tell you how. But this will, for now, you just remember that this will be the solution for this thing. Now the question may arise, means some question may be asked like this, that what is the smallest number with which this should have been multiplied to get a perfect square. So what is the remaining number? What is the number of which we are falling short of to get a perfect square? If one more 2 would have been here, then we would have got a perfect square. That means what? We just want to multiply the given number by 2. If you multiply it by 2, we get 1764, and that is a perfect square. That means what was the number that we were feeling short of? We were feeling short of 2. So whichever number is not forming a pair, that number should be multiplied with the given number to get a perfect square. The question may be asked in a reverse way also. You may be asked what number should be divided. Means 882 should be divided by what number to get a perfect square. Divided means what? To remove a factor. Means whatever is present as the extra factor. Like we have 2, 3, 3, 7 and 7. These 5 factors. These are forming pairs. These are forming pairs. Either you bring in one more 2, that means multiply by 2, or you delete these 2. Still we get a perfect square. That is 441. Even if you divide the entire number by 2, we get 441. And that is also a perfect square. Means either you import one more 2, that means what? We multiply by 2, or you delete the existing 2, that means you divide by 2. So we get a perfect square on dividing 882 by 2 or on multiplying 882 by 2. If you multiply it by 2, you get 1764, which is a perfect square of 42. If you divide it by 2, then you get 441, which is the perfect square of 21. In both the cases, you get a perfect square. It is same like either you give the electrons or you accept the electrons. In both way, you just have to complete your octet. Like that, you just have to complete your pairs of two numbers. Either you multiply it by the numbers which you are falling short of, or you remove the numbers, those are extra, which are not forming pairs. In both cases, you should get a perfect square. So the question may be asked, find the square root, or the question may be asked like what should be multiplied with the given number, or the question may also be asked that what the given number should be divided by what number to get a perfect square. Okay, so I have told the answer of all the 3 of them. If the number is 1764 and you are asked square root, the answer will be 42. If the number is 882 and you are asked what should be multiplied with this number to get a perfect square, the answer is 2. Even if you are asked what should be divided, means this number should be divided by what number to get a perfect square, still the answer is 2. Okay, thank you.